Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hearthstone. Sorry for the lack of uploads the last few days. It was my birthday and I was a little bit distracted. However, we should be back to the normal daily schedule now. I thought it'd be fun to get back in the swing of things with a little bit of Dragon, but we've been playing a lot of my Dragon Priest lately, so I thought we'd mix it up with the Dragon Warlock. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what kind of luck we get. Ooh, a Warlock-Off. And we are actually playing in Wild because I forgot to switch it back to Standard, so this should be somewhat interesting. I'm guessing either a Zoolock or another Dragonlock, but who knows? This is not a terrible starting hand. I think I'm going to ditch this. Ooh, yeah, I'll ditch the Drake because we have a Fairy Guardian, or excuse me, a Fairy Dragon, so we can keep a dragon ready to go. Awesome. This is, I mean, I probably would have preferred 4 mana, but Bookworm is always nice to have in the back pocket. Nice to have some direct removal here. Alright, so we should probably just open with another Spite Historian here, just because I'm a big fan. I like being able to pull stuff for later. Oof, Scaled Nightmare is pretty good, but I think I kind of want to go Malygos. Let's see, with this deck, I think the smartest thing would be to probably go Scaled Nightmare. That's the one that we're realistically going to be able to get play here. Usually we don't have a ton of opportunities to play like 8 mana cards, which is fine. We usually finish before then, or we want to use some like cool combos. Alright, so maybe Zoolock, maybe just a typical Warlock. We got Dark Peddler, we got Fairy Dragon. I do really like Fairy Dragon, but I'm going to go Dark Peddler, because we do not have a ton of low mana cards right now. And I will definitely take the Voidwalker for a little bit of taunt. Alright, let's get some damage on the board, and hope that he is going to have a slow start here. I'd love to be able to get some more free damage out. And, whoa. 3 mana. Oh, it's among all characters. I don't think I've ever seen that card before. That's interesting. So his deck is built around basically me having a good open. That's interesting. But fine with me, because I'm just going to lay a Voidwalker and a Fairy Dragon here.
Why do you call?
Kind of tempting to draw, but I'm going to hold off for now and just monopolize on our board advantage. I doubt he has another, in his hand? Spreading Madness. That's a cool card. I've actually never seen that before. Oh, man, we've been seeing... This is the second time this week that I've seen these control Warlock decks. They're interesting, I have to say. I think they're kind of neat. All right, we are controlling a dragon, so we'll definitely be doing this. Not a lot of easy ways for a Warlock to remove someone with 6 toughness, so... And I stand corrected. Oh, no, okay, cool. Yeah, this is exactly the same as the other deck I played. There must be a pro deck that this is based off of, because I've been seeing a lot of it lately. Okay, so we have a couple options here. I kind of want to Mortal Coil this, but it's such a waste. Instead, we're going to lay an Azure Drake, because he's always a solid play. Hopefully we can get some good draw, and we're just going to keep knocking away. You know, this guy's... This deck type, I've seen it a couple times before, but it's interesting to me, because I don't know how sustainable the AoE control that Warlocks have is. I feel like I'd rather just play a mid-range mage or like a heavy control priest just for a little bit more say in how I'm going to do things. I don't like having to play to the opponent quite so much, where you're like taking these big risks and not having a lot on your side of the field. I mean, if he can't turn things around here pretty soon, he may not be able to... he may be surrendering the next turn or two. Jesus, see, like, he just burned 3 cards to kill one of mine. I mean, that's fine with me, but it just seems extreme. We will Mortal Coil one of these guys. Probably. Let's think this through, though. Is there anything better here that we can be playing? We got a 4/4. We could give that taunt. I think maybe Twilight Drake into... Oh, we only have 6 mana. I'd like to Twilight Drake into Defender of Argus, but that's not really an option. So what we'll do is we'll Twilight Drake, and then Mortal Coil one of his imps for a draw. And then we'll lay our Mistress as well. I'm going to hold off on the Mistress, because that's actually going to benefit him a hell of a lot more than it will benefit me at this point. And we'll just go for the face. And the next turn, if our dudes remain in play, we can lay an Argus, which will be fantastic. We can do like Argus into Earthen Ring for a little bit of healing for ourselves. So far, this game has been quite good for us. Yeah, see, you see a lot of these too, the demon-specific buffs. That's really interesting to me. I don't know how good it is, because I don't think that it's going to save him, but... So we can deal 8 damage this turn. I want to deal more, though. We can wipe his board, though, with the Hellfire, but we'll wipe our board, too. It's kind of tough. Oh, but if we Defender, then it'll live. Let's, Earthen Ring. Ooh. How do I want to do this? There's an order to do this in. I could, but I want to buff the Earthen Ring. It's tempting to not, but we're just going to go for some basic play here. It's tempting to play these in a different order so that the Hellfire, like, we could heal up from the Hellfire, but it is what it is. Face here. And end our turn. He wants to take out one of our dudes. We're fine, because we're just going to lethal him with Hellfire next turn, unless he has, I don't know, a super buffed Hellfire of his own. Although, based off of the amount of control he's had, it's not going to be too surprising if we see him actually have a counter for this. Well, that's pretty solid, because he got some life steal out of it. Wow, look at this guy go. I'm kind of glad we still have this Hellfire. If we're holding a dragon, deal 3 damage. And then we could Hellfire... We could Hellfire Defender of Argus. I don't really like that. We could Hellfire... Nah. We could Scaled Nightmare, but... Scaled Nightmare might be the play here. Scaled Nightmare to draw. Yeah, 2 Blackwing Protectors. So turn 10, theoretically, we could deal 6 damage to him directly. So if we can hit him for 4 here before our Scaled Nightmare dies, then we might be okay. Nope, Scaled Nightmare is going to just get removed. Jesus, I actually didn't... I've never seen Cyclones before, probably because it doesn't seem that good to me, but in these situations, it seems to have benefited him quite well. I'm tempted to draw here, but we have limited mana to work with, so I think it'd probably be smarter to Blackwing Corruptor. And what we'll do is one of these. Blackwing. I hate to waste that on him, but whatever. And then we'll Defender to buff it up, so he can't go for a face. My goal here is to basically get him to run out of removal. Although I honestly wonder how many creatures are actually in this deck style. Yeah, see, like, look at this shit. It just never ends. It just has so much removal. It's literally exhausting. That said, let's go ahead and... Do I even want a Blackwing here? Yeah, I do. We're going to Blackwing, and we'll hit him for 3. And then we will Imp Gang Boss. And then we'll draw. Hey, another taunt. That'll be nice for next turn. I mean, we are keeping damage on the board, and we do still have this Hellfire in our back pocket. I don't have a lot of direct damage, though, in this deck. I don't think I have any, like, Soulfires or anything, so we're going to want to make sure we hold on to this Hellfire. Or maybe not. We may want to actually... No, we may definitely want to use it here. It's kind of a tough call. What a weird hand. It would be really great if we could get, like, a Clutch Azure-Ring to pair with this Hellfire. No? Doomsayer's not awful, but not great in this situation, because I don't want to have this go a full rotation. What is the smartest play here? We can deal 9 damage to him. Do we have any way to deal an additional 1 damage? Not really. However, what we can do... Wait, hold up. We can destroy this. 5, 6, 7. That's lethal. Awesome. Yeah, math. Bookworm. Face. Face. Hellfire. Math, you guys. We did it. Math. Well, that was a fun one. Yeah, that must be some kind of new streamer meta, because I honestly, I've seen it a whole bunch in the last, like, week exclusively, so... Kind of interesting. Kind of neat. I wouldn't mind trying it out sometime just because it seems a little out of the box. Anyways, though, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate any support you can give. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.